Hello, all you chill cats, killer kittens, and variations thereupon. We are back with some more Paw of Porcupine, and we are at the end stages of the game. So, previously, just yesterday, I streamed some of this, and we got to the stage of the. Was it the No, it wasn't the Harvest Festival. What was it? Because the Harvest Festival was the Night in the Woods thing. I forget what this festival was. Maybe it was also called the Harvest Festival. I'm not quite sure. um, but last time I talked a little bit about how this game is like very much inspired by Night in the Woods, but doesn't quite live up to that standard, unfortunately. But I'm still having fun playing the game, which is why I'm going to complete it. And I want to see whether the story does improve as we get to the end. But I do not think I'll be recommending this to anyone, unfortunately. But just so that everybody's aware, this is a game that takes place in a hospital. It's in a healthcare environment, so there are some content warnings that obviously there's talk about health issues, illnesses, death, mental health, stress, a lot of like information about doctors that includes like situations of like self-doubt and like things like that, and also anthropomorphized animals. The character that we play, Finley, is a pigeon, and all of the rest of the characters are some kind of animals that are anthropomorphized, just like Night in the Woods. But make sure that you're looking after yourself, and if this is going to be something that is going to be not beneficial for you to watch in any way, make sure that you listen to what you need and prioritize that. But we're gonna get into it for today and finish it. So for those of us that weren't here last time, we did do the festival, the wintertime festival thing, and one of our patients unfortunately passed. And yeah, those were kind of the key things. We also did previously go out with our friend Pina and sort of see the forest cemetery in a... what is it called? Worm milk forest? The forest has a very odd name. And it doesn't, like, a lot of the names in this game don't necessarily roll off the tongue or come naturally. It's very odd. But anyway, let's get into it. Alrighty. Load game. I do like the loading screen Porcupine, but there's also a lot of blank screen because he fades away very quickly. Oh, it's snowing. I would like to pick up this tennis ball, actually. Really? Was that it? Okay, so this is the hat that we wore when we helped Carl do things. We helped Carl deliver groceries, and then this is the stew medal that we got during the festival the other day. Because even though we didn't make the stew, we helped Mia out with making the stew. Oh, the porcupine is in the snow now because it's snow time. Wow, looks like someone got out the wrong side of the bed this morning. What happened? Didn't you enjoy the hibernation festival? That's what it's called, the hibernation festival, because it happens in the wintertime. It's just like... you know, a little bit too... it's just a little bit too inspired by Night in the Woods for me to actually feel comfortable. To be perfectly honest, it's like... they copied too many aspects. Things aren't so great right now, Alfio. Can I help you? No. Okay, that was the end of the conversation, apparently. It's so interesting. Like, the character obviously looks like not, like they're not doing well, you know? But the walk cycle and jump cycle hasn't been changed. Which sort of was an interesting decision. I'd love to get away for a while. Finley! Hello. You don't look so good. If I didn't know better, I'd say you're in a river's busting its banks. You could say that. How are things with your sister? I told her about your stream of consciousness idea. 2 twigs clinging together to the stem of the current. We cried for a full hour. And that's a good thing, I hope. It is. Soon the river student will become its master, right, Finley? You mean me? Not yet. But soon. Perhaps. Wow. Next, I'll teach you how to choose the right camping chair. I don't know if I'm ready for that. It's really, like, the eye thing is really bugging me. Because obviously whatever side is turned towards you, the eye is sort of like half closed. But then the opposite eye doesn't match properly. It makes him look drunk. Really bugging me that, like, the platforming only goes so far. Oh, can I talk to you again? Nope, nothing new. Nothing new. Like, I can do that, but it doesn't take me anywhere, you know? And they, like, zoom out at this part, but, like... And they are implying that there's a forest in the background, but even when it's not, like, winter aesthetics, you can't really see it. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to criticize the game too much, but... It's just... Giuliano, I'm really sorry that Emma was... Nope, I can't do that yet. Okay, so we don't get to talk to Giuliano. I don't want to talk to you today, Nina. Not today. Genuinely, I want this game to be better than it is. I want it to, because like part of me wants to go and explore the downtown part. In case there's anything I'm missing, but I know even if there is something I'm missing, it's like probably not gonna be worth it. Bouncing on the cars. And I just don't think, like, this is the most interesting visual thing is what they've done with the water reflection. Like, I'm not trying to say that the visuals are bad, but like for the amount of like sort of screens you have to walk to, the visuals aren't giving anything, and there's nothing to do in any given screen. There's a lot of nothingness in a lot of these. The snow's beautiful, isn't it? Ahem. No, not today. So like these are supposed to be like little character quirks. Like Finley would get up here and do a performance. He'd talk to the statues. Not a thing. But like, I don't know. It's just like, it's not enough to build a character based off of little quirks. Like, I don't think that you should be shooting for M. Night Shyamalan's style of writing. It's like... It's clearly trying, but it's just... It doesn't feel like there's anything original happening, you know? Doesn't feel like it's giving me anything new, and doesn't feel like it's giving me anything... of anything, really. It's like not even, like... It's similar enough to Night in the Woods that you sort of feel like it's copying, but it's not similar enough to feel like it's good. You know? It's just such a shame. Hey, how's the adventure going? Hey there, you are again. I spent the whole night thinking about the story, and that was so much fun. I couldn't sleep at all, but my mum wasn't happy about it at all. I just couldn't get it out of bed today. Almost missed breakfast. Really? Yeah. So, how's the story going to end? I can hardly wait to hear it. Do you want to know what I thought of? Definitely. I need to know how she rescues the Crown Prince. Okay. So she leaves immediately. The evil Lord Temper's flying fortress was built far away from the town. So his fortress can fly? Yeah, sure, that's what makes it so evil. Are flying things more evil than non-flying things? They are in this world. Ah, I understand. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. No worries. She travelled for 2 whole days and 2 whole nights. That's when she spotted the flying fortress on the horizon. Everything near the fortress was empty and dead. There were no trees or flowers growing anywhere. Rivers of lava ran down from walls of the fortress. Everywhere you looked there were dangerous spikes and lasers. And Lord Temper's guards were stationed at every corner. She thought about how she could reach the fortress. She took off her backpack and began rummaging through it. And? What happens next? Don't stop now. I haven't really thought all about all the cool stuff she can do. She's a heroine. This has to be something she's really good at. Shoot, I really thought I had it. No problem, let's brainstorm together. Yes please, that always works. Any ideas? Sure, let me think. Maybe she can do telekinesis. Nah. That doesn't sound like her at all. Do you have any other ideas? Oh, an engineer. Magician. A trickster. Let's say an engineer with a screwdriver and welding goggles. Yay! An engineer, that's super cool. She's really good at building things and robots and stuff. Well, I love our heroine. She's just the coolest. Right? The greatest engineer of Magitopia. Yeah. Yeah. So what's Magatha's plan? Don't forget to stay hydrated, everyone. She took off her backpack and began rummaging through it. She spread a blanket on the ground. On it she arranged various bits and pieces. Bolts, gears, springs. She began to tinker with them. In no time at all she constructed a wondrous gadget. What was it? A really special staff. What makes it so special? Just wait for it. The staff was slightly smaller than she was. She put her feet on two little steps protruding from its side. Then she pulled on the rope and the whole thing started clattering. Suddenly it got smaller, the staff tightened, and with a loud spring, the staff catapulted itself high into the air, and with our heroine on it. Wow, she really knows her stuff. Told you so. It took her only one leap to land safely on the tower's balcony. That's where the Prince Polenta was kept prisoner. The guards couldn't reach her now. She spotted Prince Polenta, who was tied up in one corner of the room. He was asleep. When she came closer, he woke up and started panicking. "It's a trap!" he shouted. And behind her, he appeared from thin air. The Dark Lord Temper. Spooky. He drew his sword and readied himself for battle. He attacked, but she deflected his strike with her pogo stick. A fierce battle began. Prince Polenta could only watch. It seemed like Lord Temper had gained the upper hand. But then she pushed the button on her staff once more. It tightened. Sploing, it made Lord Temper catapult out the window. She returned the prince to Queen Kaki. There was an all-you-can-eat buffet and the punk band played their greatest hits. During a quiet moment, the prince came up to her and asked her to marry him. She said, "No." The end. Wow, I really did it. I wrote a whole story on my own. You did really well. That was so much fun, thank you for your help. But I hardly helped at all. It was you who made it happen. I can already picture the panels. Wait a second, I'm going to start drawing immediately. Look, I finished the cover. Cute. Legend of Magatha. This one's for you, since you're my co-author and all. Wow, thanks so much, but don't you need the cover? I'll just redraw it. It's going to be awesome. Soon I'm going to have my own comic book. Good luck, Maggie. I'm going to buy it as soon as it's out. I got an achievement for that, but I can't see what it was. It didn't pop up. I assume it has something to do with, like, getting to the end of the story. But either she ended it on a cliffhanger, or it didn't tell me whether she said yes or no to the prince's proposal, which is interesting. Again, there's a few scripting issues, I think it's a few bugs in this game. And it's weird because I feel like it's not new enough to not have these bugs fixed, you know? Like, isn't this no great? Everything's white. What should I do today? Build a snowbed? Make a snow angel? Go sledding? Challenge Christo to a snowball fight? Wow! Too many choices. Are you alright? You look ill. Did you catch a virus at the hospital? No, I'm fine. Phew, that's alright then. Gotta go, Doc. The day is short, and who knows how long the snow's gonna last. Maybe I should invest in some property. I could settle down and live the easy life. Oh wait, that's right, I don't have any money. Ugh. Can't go in. The vegetables are almost frozen. Well, at least they won't go bad. The sudden snowfall took many by surprise, and some schools and kindergartens have closed for the day. Many people are happy to see the snow. It will, though some fear it will herald another flu epidemic. Irma got an obituary. Didn't think they'd get that printed so quickly. Not gonna read it to me? Finley! Is everything alright? Not really, if I'm honest. It's Irma, isn't it? Juliana called me this morning. I'm already making her memorial figurine. It's so sad. It was really fun to hold Irma. She was my patient. I was there when she died. Couldn't do anything for her. I'm sorry to hear that, Finley. Must have been awful. I don't really know how I feel yet. I hardly slept, even though I was exhausted after the night shift. Though I was prepared for something like this, but Irma was. I know, Finley. Everybody knew Irma. Everyone loved her. She was lucky you were her doctor. I'm late. We can talk more another time, okay? I'm pressing the prompt, and nothing is happening for this particular area, so I don't know. Closed for the day. Guess I picked the wrong day to go shopping. Most of the stores are closed. Brr, it's really cold today. I'm glad our display windows have double glazing. Doubt we'll get many customers in this weather though. Maybe it's the right day to take a little time off. So you're already closed. I'm not hungry. Alright, well, I'm glad we did the rest of Maggie's story, the rest of the Magatha story. But overall, I was correct in thinking that the detour was not worth it. We'll take the bus. I sense a dark cloud over you, young one. You had a death on your ward, right? It's never pretty, that's for sure. But the river of life flows on regardless. Let it carry you. We'll all get swept into the great sea of eternity one day. Morning. Have a nice weekend. Why the gloomy face? Morning, Ingrid. I'm not in a great mood. Is this because of Mr. DeCalma? I'm sorry, kid, really. I like the old lady too. I was hoping I'd feel better after the weekend. Well, I guess you're just one of those people who feels a lot for others. Make sure it doesn't become a problem for you. Death's a part of our profession, kid. Try to focus. There's enough living people around here who need your help. I get it though. They always say that the first death really sticks with you. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll focus and try my best. That's the spirit. Take the elevator. Oh, suddenly I'm wide awake. Finley, I heard the news this morning. Do you want to talk? Maybe grab a coffee or something? No. I want to get my work done first. Okay. If you want to talk later, just come and find me, okay? Good morning, Finley. How are you? Alright, I think. A patient died yesterday. Your patient. I imagine Irma's death is still on your mind. Nevertheless, I would ask that you don't let your performance levels drop. We can't let these things affect our work. Got it, you can rely on me. You know the drill. We'll talk once again once you're finished treating patients. Try to make this a good day, Finley, in spite of everything. Good luck. One more thing. Irma died of complications from pneumonia. She was old. Her immune system just couldn't hold off everything. She remained stable for a while. However, her condition worsened during her stay here. These things happen sometimes. The incident with the water damage in her room probably didn't help either. What I'm trying to say is, you did nothing wrong. I've even made a note to that effect in my report. I assigned you to treat Irma, and that was the right decision. I'm sure of it. Finley, are you up? Hello, hello, hello. Never mind, I'll just come over and see you soon. Finley, I heard about Irma. I'm so sorry, I hope you're okay. I'll be making her figurine, memorial figurine today. Gonna make sure it's a good one. Come by if you need to talk. Schedule updated. Let's go this way first. Oh, morning, Finley. Irma's bed was empty this morning. Figured she didn't make it. Sorry to ask. But that must have been your first death, right? Oh man. Try to get over it. The sooner you get used to it, the better. Thanks for the advice. Ah, looks like we don't have any of those goddamn terror things that I'm terrible at. You're Emma, right? Okay. Miss Emma Strawberry Yogurt, right? No? I'm Emma Smith. Oh, right, that's what it says here. Must have read it wrong. How are you feeling, Emma Smith? I miss my home. I got a tummy ache too. You did get some pills though, didn't you? It's still not better yet? No. Alright, let's take a closer look at what's going on with your tummy then. Aha. Treatment complete. I think your pain is because of your food allergy. I read that you're not allowed to eat certain things, is that right? Yeah. So are you watching when you eat then? Yeah, but... What is it, Emma? Well, Gerarda said that after the hibernation festival, you can eat as many nuts as you want. Is Gerarda your mum? No, my mum's name is Mom and she's away. So who's Gerarda then? Gerarda Neestalk. I always visit her when I'm homesick. She's a doctor like you. Wait a minute, do you mean Dr. Neestalk? Yeah. Can you do me a favor, Emma? Okay. Please don't eat any more nuts. I'm sorry, but your tummy doesn't like nuts, not even after it's the hibernation festival. Oh! It's mean, I know, but your tummy aches are mean too, aren't they? Yes. So you keep off the nuts, and we'll think of some nice things for you and your tummy to eat, okay? Yeah, okay. E31. Hi, little mistress. Good morning, Miss Van Galen. Is it that time already? Your colleague said that you'd be checking in on me again today. Well, it looks like she was right. Shall we get straight to it? I'm sure you want to get back home too. Alright. Hang on. I think that's correct. Yep. I'm seeing a significant improvement. You know what? I'm actually feeling a lot better today. Better than I have in years. Feel like I'm really aware of my surroundings again. Sounds like the medication's doing its job. Yes. But I think there's more to it than that. I managed to talk to Dr. Gatura again, and it was like he tore down a wall inside me. Suddenly I saw everything I used to think was important in a different light. I've decided to change my life around completely. I don't want to end up here again. I want to be able to focus on other things, instead of just living for my job. I called my boss this morning and requested 4 weeks off. That's great. That's not what she thought. She threatened to fire me on the spot. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be. I am the island. I am the sea. And maybe unemployed. Woof. That's not good. Maybe not something you should tell your hospital. But I don't care at all, and that's great. I'll do my exercises and follow my heart more. Thank you for helping me. Make sure to help Dr. Gatura again before I leave. Have a great day. And look after yourself. Yeah, maybe don't. Like, I don't know where this is supposed to be set. But a lot of hospital staff is generally set in the United States. Maybe don't tell the hospital that you're unemployed. You will have lost your insurance. Now, my dear colleague, what is your assessment of your health status? My withdrawal symptoms are diminishing, and so is the pain. Good. Do you mind if I examine you? That's what I'm here for. Oh, B. LB. And Y. R down. L down. X. Ah. That one sucked. That one was hard. Again, I feel like that one's not made very accessible for controller. I don't particularly like that one. They're always asking you to do like a lot of things that don't make sense for how you hold a controller. I gotta keep increasing your vitamin B1 and energy intake. Your liver's on the mend. Are you sure? Nonsense, my liver's had it. The readings are very clear. Really? You came to us just in time. Feel free to take a look yourself. Well, I have to keep you here for a few more days for observation. If you want to keep living, you'll need to keep off the alcohol. Forever. Clear, honest words. I like it. Maybe something will come for you after all in the distant far-off future. But what I do or don't do is none of your business, understand? I've given you my medical opinion. What you do with it is entirely up to you. Alright. It can't talk to me again. All done. Yep. It took you longer than usual today. But given the circumstances, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to that. Let's see. What have you got for me today? I don't have anything for you. And Dr. Theobald was asking after you. Oh, really? Why? I couldn't say. However, he did ask if I could give you the rest of the day off. I'm not happy about it, but I said yes. I guess it must be something important then. You think I should go to his office? You can if you like, but you won't find him there. How do you know? Because he's just made himself comfortable in our break room. Oh, strange. That's just the way he is. I guess I'll pop in and see him then. As you wish. I mean, that's how I progressed the game, so yes. Yeah. Finley, there you are. Thank you for coming. Sure, Dr. Theobald, what can I do for you? Nothing, but I wanted to talk to you. First of all, I would like to thank you. You've done an excellent job these past few days. Thanks? Is that all that you wanted? No, not at all. I heard about Irma de Calma's passing, of course. A tragedy, truly. Like so many other things here in Porcupine, I knew Irma well and liked her a lot. I'll miss her very much. The whole town will. But you were the one who looked after her and were there for her in her final days. Is Irma the first patient who's died under your care? Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not uncommon to struggle getting them off your mind the first time. Still remember my first two. I think I know what you mean. I still think about Mrs. de Calma a lot. It's only been like 3 days. Just try not to let those thoughts affect you too much. After all, there's still plenty of other people depending on your help. Don't get distracted from looking out for them. It's Irma's funeral service this afternoon. It will be held at Gilbert's. Giuliano hosts most of the funerals in this town. I'm sure this one will be especially hard for him. You should be there. You'll feel better afterwards, believe me. You mean I can go to the service? You're excused for the rest of the day. And I'm sure Mrs. de Calma would have invited you anyway. Okay then, I'll be there. Thank you, Dr. Theobald. No need to thank me, Finley. Say goodbye to the old lady from me. See you again tomorrow. Give my regards to old Irma, alright? And please give my condolences to Giuliano as well. Okay. I guess I'm off to go to a funeral. I'll just double check that I can't talk to... Oh. Dr. Krakowski, we spoke to Dr. Theobald. Yes, and I wanted to sign off for the day, if that's okay. You know, today is... Dr. Theobald's already cleared it with me. What you do in your free time is none of my business. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Take the elevator. Take care, kiddo. And don't slip on the snow. I already pulled something in my back this morning. I'm not hungry. Apparently I can't dig the bus. Oh, hello. Can I interest you in a hot cup of coffee? Perhaps tea or a saffron roll? No thanks, sorry, I've got to be somewhere. Sure thing. You're here too, young one. It's good to see you. The roller coaster of life never stops, does it? A few days ago we were gathered to celebrate. Today we're gathered to weep. Finley. Hey, Giuliano. I'm so sorry. I wish I'd had more. Finley. It's okay. Thank you for coming. I know we haven't known each other long, but it means a lot to me. Please make yourself at home. There's food and drink. Go ahead, take a seat. Just make yourself at home. Is there really nothing I can do for you? Come to think of it, there is one thing actually. Anything you want, what is it? I think there's a colleague of yours here too. He didn't hang around long. He just stood in the corner and didn't talk to anyone. Then I think he went out the back door. I haven't seen him since. Could you go see if he's still there? I checked myself, but I've got my hands full. Sorry, here I am asking for your help again. It's no problem, Giuliano. I'd be happy to do that for you. Thank you. I'm sure Pina made the figurine. It's such a nice tradition. I'm proud of you, Pina. Ha! Did you know Irma? Of course. I love stopping to chat to her during my rounds. She's always sitting at the window with a plate of cookies next to her. She always made me coffee on cold days. I'd love one of her coffees right now. Irma. I can't believe she just died like that. It's so unfair. Wow, you're here. Sorry, Finley. I know how much you liked Irma. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just happy I could be here today. Me too, even if it's been a bit stressful for me. But I'd do anything for Irma. If there's anything I can do, just say, okay? Hey, Finley. Dad, you're here too. Of course, I've really fallen in love with this little bar. Didn't know there was a funeral today. I didn't know the deceased at all. But I'd still like to be here for the wake. I'm sure Giuliano will be glad to see you. I hope so. I think that's the first time I've run into Ted. Ted is new in town as well. He doesn't have a place to stay yet, so he's moved into the motel room at the Gilberts. She could probably... Oh. She could probably just stay there for a while. The place isn't that expensive and never gets booked anyway. Speaking of which, she's working on a book right now. Wonder how that will turn out. Never heard of Ted as a feminine name, but I like it. Now, where could this colleague of mine be? Just walk straight past him and pretend he doesn't exist. Gregor, you're here too? Get lost, kid. Don't you want to come inside? The service is about to start. No. There's food and drink too. Lots of people are here. Leave me alone. Okay. It's all my fault. What do you mean? I'm doing the best I can. I know the hospital relies on me. I'm the one who's supposed to look after it after all. The old lady hadn't got sicker. That water damage hadn't happened. If I'd just taken better care of the hospital, then maybe she wouldn't have. This is my burden to bear. I'll never forgive myself. All those people in there. I see the way they look at me. They know it's my fault. It's not your fault. I felt the same way. I was the one treating her right up until the end. I still believed she'd get better. I didn't want to face the fact that she was going to die. But in the moment she passed, I knew she was at peace with it. She was old, her body was weak, and she was happy. She didn't want people looking after her all the time. And that's okay. I did my best, and you did too. But sometimes things crumble and collapse anyway. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to people. Sometimes we can't help them. I'm going in now. You can come with me if you want. I can't. I'm going to stay here. Okay. But if you change your mind, just know that you'll be welcome. Sure, whatever. I should go. I don't want to disturb the bereaved. You should do what feels right for you. No one's forcing you to stay. Yeah, you're right. Let's go in. We're going at the same time. They won't all be staring at me. I can slip away quickly if needed to. Sounds good. Okay. Is that supposed to be meaningful in some way? Are you, like, leaving? Oh, yeah, he just left. So, did you find him? Yeah, he's the janitor at the hospital, but he doesn't want to come in. I think he needs some time to himself. I think we all do. I'm glad he's here, though. Speaking of which, how are you holding up? I'm coping, but please let me know if there's anything I can do. I will, my friend. Please sit down. It's about to start. Dear guests, can I have your attention for a moment? I'm not sitting down! Thank you all for coming. I can barely bring myself to speak. But last night, Irma, my dear mother, passed away. She was a real talker, always telling stories, and she was surrounded by people who loved her. That's you guys. Thanks for that, all of you. When I was little, she taught me to play an instrument. She practiced with me. I hated every second of it. But when I was playing, her eyes would just light up. I wish she could look at me that way again. I want to play a very special song for you. A song Irma requested every time I picked the instrument up. I remember one day it was really frosty when I had to deliver my letters. I slipped on a patch of ice. My whole mailbag fell into the river with all the letters still inside. And I tore my cruciate ligament. Irma not only helped me fish every single letter out of the river, she even dried them and restored them and delivered them for me. Irma worked with my parents in a restaurant. Things had been going downhill for a while, then Irma came up with a new dish, rainbow pea gratin. It was a hit. Before long, it was the only dish anyone wanted. Irma and I used to play backgammon together every Thursday in the summer. Did you know Irma? How did you know Irma, Finley? I'll tell you how that squirt knew Irma. He's the one who let her die. It's the truth. Irma was in great shape. Then one day she just bends over, sprains an ankle, ends up in the hospital. And a few days later, suddenly she's sick, real sick. And then she just dies. I'm telling you, it's all that guy's fault. Him and his staff at that awful hospital. Just heard about them talking about it right now. They're letting the hospital deteriorate. It's so bad the folks who go there pick up new diseases in the wards. Irma didn't even have pneumonia until they took her to that dump. I'm telling you, Irma didn't just die. She was murdered there. And say if St. Ursula's wasn't so useless, Irma would still be with us today. We'd be celebrating, not mourning. Everyone who works there should stand up and take this blame for this. We'd all be better off if that hospital was torn down and never darkened our skyline again. Ralph, that's a crock of nonsense. Nah, hold on. Maybe he's got a point? See, this is part of why I feel like the game This is where I feel like the game struggles. The writing of the characters is just not strong enough. We don't know anything about Horse Guy. We've never talked to him properly. And Bulldog and Frog Guy, or they're just straw men that are just angry. And that's their whole personality, is that they're angry at the hospital because his wife died at the hospital. Like, we don't know anything else about them. It's just not very good writing. Yeah, St. Ursula's is a danger to us all. That's right, we need to run these murderers out of town. Maybe it would be better that way. Look around you. Do you see anyone from the hospital here except this clown? Exactly, they don't even have the nerve to come to our funeral. Because they know it's their fault, plain as the nose on your face. But... quiet, everyone. Please. This isn't about pointing the finger at anyone. This isn't about St. Ursula's. This is about Irma, my mother, your friend. Finley? Yeah? I'm sorry, I have to ask you this, but perhaps it would be best if you leave. But, please, I don't want this argument to ruin Irma's memorial. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Let's talk later. Okay. Oh man, that didn't go how I expected it. Looks like my cell phone had no reception at Gilbert's. Mia and Carl both tried to call me. Let's call Carl back. Hey Finley, I'm starting to get worried. What's up? Want to take your mind off things? Maybe grab a beer somewhere? We can talk if you want. Yeah, I might take you up on that. What were you thinking? Why don't you come pick me up on High Street in a little while? Cool. I need to get out of here anyway. Let's do it then. I'll wait outside. Alright, we're gonna go pick Carl up. But we have an ad break first, so we'll be back in about 3 minutes. And we are back. And there's my controller. I put it down and then I couldn't find it again. Alright. We're gonna go visit Carl. Oh, hang on. I have the gameplay muted. That should help. Although this game is pretty quiet, so... He can't possibly be this way. Where is he? I don't know where Carl lives. Said High Street, but like I don't know. Is that the low road? I hope your evening went better than mine. Go back in and start a fight at Irma's funeral. That's my house. Okay, so he doesn't live here. Maybe he lives in near where Mia lives? Oh, excuse me. So sorry. Oh, there he is. There you are. Wait, weren't you meant to be at work today? I was. Dr. Theobald let me leave early. Wow, that doesn't happen often. I went to Irma's funeral service. Alright, so I know this sounds awful, but I just couldn't do it. I wanted to go. I got myself ready, and I was just about to head out the door when my legs stopped working. They just wouldn't move. But I'll visit her at the Glow Milk Woods. Yeah, the Glow Milk Woods. It's such an awkward name for a forest, my guys. Why did you call it Glow Milk? How was it? There was an argument. People said it was my fault Irma died. What? It's insane. Who said that? Ralph overheard us talking. Us? Me and Gregor Glendower. Gregor blames himself for Irma's death. You know, because of the bust, water pipe, and all that. Oh man. Ralph was really angry, and eventually the others started getting fired up too. The miserable scumbag. Cheer up, Finley. Don't take it so hard. You know what really happened? After a day like today, you really deserve a break. I already guessed that Gilbert's would be closed today, so I brought my very own home-brewed beer with me. You brew your own beer? Of course, I'm a man of many hobbies. And where are we headed? To Gilbert's. But I thought, you'll see, I've got an idea. Well, this is a bad plan. Alright, here we are. Doesn't look like there's anyone else around. Just like I expected. After a funeral, people usually head to the Glow Milk Woods together to take the memorial figurine to its new home. So what now? Wait here, let me get the key. That's the key? Yep. Key to a very own private roof terrace. You serious? Of course I am. You think I'd run all the way here for a joke? Come on, it'll be fun. This is such a bad idea. You went to old Irma's funeral service today, right? How was it? It was nice. Hard though. Sounds like a funeral worthy of a movie. I know, you like the old lady. It's the same for all of us. I've noticed since I was a kid. She was already pretty old, even back then. And Giuliano's always been like a big brother to me. He looked after me sometimes after school. Kind of weird that we still hang out so much. I like the old slugger just as much as I liked Irma. He looked after me sometimes too. Giuliano was out of town a lot, sometimes for weeks at a time. So she would tell me stories. Great times. Yeah. I got to hear a few of his stories too. Really? I had no idea. Did she tell you the one about the soap gnome? Or the great sugar quake? No, I never heard those ones. That's alright. I can tell you them sometime. I know all her stories by heart. Like I was there myself. Oh, that'd be great, thank you. It was a good idea coming up here. Look at the sky. The snow keeps the beer nice and cold. But somehow I don't feel cold at all. Yeah, it's nice here. Thanks for inviting me. Hey, no biggie. Figured you needed a little pick-me-up. And cheering people up is my specialty. I'll be sure to give you a good review. Thanks, but it's time to face facts. We've got a problem here. Yep, enough chit-chat. Finley, I like you a lot. But when times get tough, it's every man for himself. Behold, the last beer. Last beer. So what we're gonna do? There's no sugarcoating it. Agreed. Well, that's that then. We decide this here and now. You or me. There's only one way to settle a matter of such grave importance. The same way our fathers did and their fathers before them. Duke it out, mano a mano. Bring it on. Take cover, that escalated quickly. Carl has challenged you to a snowball fight. Use control to aim and hold A to decide how hard you want to throw your snowball and release A. Oh, that was too hard. Ah, perfect hit. God damn it! Oh, it's gonna be way too hard. Oh my gosh. This is like impossible. Come on. That's gonna be too weak. Can I just give you the last beer? This just kind of sucks. That's too hard. God damn it. I'm trying to get it in the middle and it's like not working. Ah, heck. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, that was actually reasonably close. Oh, that should have counted as a hit. Come on. That's unfair. This game sucked. This is a bad minigame. No offense. Bad minigame. There's more bad minigames than good minigames in this game, unfortunately. Ice cold, Finn. They're ice cold. Go ahead, take the last beer. You earned it. I didn't? You won. I'm honored. You are worthy. You won! What the hell? This is wrong. This is not how... What? He won! Carl won! Finley lost! Why am I getting the beer? I'm honored you are a worthy adversary. Was it that certain that I was gonna win that it didn't script a lose option? I'll get you back next time. Hey, you two. Giuliano, up here, pal. We've still got some beer left. How did you guys get up there in the first place? Don't you want to come inside? No way, dude. Get your butt up here. Jeez. Where have you been? I was with the mourners in the Glow Milk Woods. We put up my mother's memorial figurine. We found a real nice spot. You'll like it there. Hey, Giuliano. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about what happened at the funeral service today. And that Irma passed away. I would have loved to have met her outside the hospital. I only knew her a few days, but I was really fond of her. I'm gonna miss her. Finley, you did nothing wrong. It's me who should be apologizing. I wasn't there when... I've been trying to hide away from it all. I was scared. Scared of that one call. Seeing the hospital's name pop up on my caller ID. I just couldn't bring myself to go to the hospital. Couldn't be there for her. I left her all on her own. And that breaks my heart. Thanks for being there with her, Finley. Thanks for making sure she wasn't alone. You know, the night she died, she told me a story. It was about the hibernation festival. She was hoping that's where you were, having a great time with all the people of Porcupine. That you'd associate the night she died with a positive memory, and that you'd remember all the hibernation festivals you'd celebrated together, when she was still in good health and happy. That the last time you spoke to her wouldn't be at the end. She wanted you to remember her as she was. And at the hibernation festival. Thank you for telling me that. It means a lot to me. Oh man, these last few days have been exhausting. I'm so tired I could just pass out. Is there anything we can do for you, buddy? No, it's okay. I just need some sleep. I need to get to Gilbert's Open again. I hope you guys will still come and see me plenty. Oh, for sure. If it wasn't for you, there'd be no fun in this town at all. You know, you could build a rooftop terrace up here in the summer. Just picture it. I spend every minute of every day here. Mulled wine in winter, cocktails in summer. It'd be awesome. Yeah. I could do that, you know. Night, guys. Take care getting down. We'll come down with you now. The sense of freedom up here is great and all. But I'm starting to shiver my toes off. Same here. I'm glad we got a chance to talk. Me too, my friend. Can't wait to get a good night's sleep. Good night, world. Oh, someone threw snowballs at my windows. I hope it wasn't my old houseplant out for revenge. Oh. Oh, that's the comic book cover. Although it just looks like a comic panel, I guess. I guess this is like my award shelf. Like, for what I've got achievements in the game. It's annoying because I kind of want to replay and get some of the stuff that I would have got if I had played through more of Mia's stuff, but I also don't because this game wasn't that interesting in that regard. So I genuinely don't think that like Night in the Woods, it made me want to play through Bee's storyline and Greg's storyline specifically, like those two pathways that diverged with getting closer to each of those specific friends. But this doesn't have that vibe. Like it's trying so hard to emulate it, but like they're just not strong characters. They're just not strong enough characters. The writing is not strong enough for it, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that because I want it to be, but I had no control over it. Hey, good morning. Oh no, is this me? Good morning. I've had better, let me tell you. I was just resting my eyes, letting my soul relax for a while. I had a nice dream just starting up about a nice hot fondue. Then all of a sudden, stampede! This huge crowd of people came storming by, no consideration for my beauty sleep. They looked angry. Really? Someone threw snowballs at my window this morning. And maybe it was the same people. Why were they angry? How should I know? They were headed for the old town. Weird, I'll keep my eyes open. Good idea, take care. I bet they were heading for the hospital. I betcha there's some angry folks. Okay, that's still closed off. So how are you doing? I'm okay. You? I'm okay. Sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes that's the way it is. It is what it is. Sure is. And your sister? Getting by. Your hospital? Yep, getting by. The river flows. The river flows. The river's beautiful if you look closely. The most beautiful things in the world, Finley. The most beautiful things in the world. That was, like, you added nothing to this note. This was the same note that it was before. This game has more bugs than it should. Adela, you alright? Yeah, Lord. What? I always got trampled by a crowd of people. They were real fired up. I asked what they were up to, but nobody listened to me. Remind me of the great riot of Sandalwood. Would you like to learn more about that, my budding historian? Sure. You should always make time for history. It always had something to teach us for the future. It all happened one hot summer in Sandalwood. Very different weather to what we're experiencing right now. At the time, Sandalwood was also known as Citrus City. A lot of people there worked with citrus products, you see. Juice, candy, soaps. In time, Sandalwood became very wealthy. The huge varieties of citrus cakes, famous lime cream bakeries were especially popular. Eventually, though, the owner of the bakery got greedy. From one day to the next, her prices of her cakes and pies went up 5 times what they used to be. At the same time, she started using lower grade fruit in her baked goods. People caught on and called for a boycott. Things got so out of hand that almost half the town was burned to the ground. Although the local area, the air stank of citrus for weeks to come. That's why they called it the Citrus Summer. Beautiful name for a terrible incident. The owner of the pastry shop got away with it. However, strict requirements for citrus food products were established soon after. And before long, she left town and was never seen again. There you have it, the Great Riot of Sandalwood. Fascinating. A little early for a drink, don't you think? Yeah, I better not. I just wanted to stop by. I hope it was okay that we climbed on your roof yesterday. I'm just glad we didn't break our necks. And that we got a chance to talk things out, too. Yeah. Have you seen the crowd of people pass by here? Yeah, actually. Pretty noisy for this time of day. I think they were heading towards the hospital. Really? That's strange. I hope it's not a sign of bad news to come. I'm on my way there anyway. Good luck, my friend. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be like... Well, it's just... The story is a little bit too predictable and not overly fleshed out or realistic. It's just... There hasn't been that build-up. It's very obvious that where they're going with it, but it's just... The writing has not been good. The writing does not hold up. I'm so sorry. Would you like a hot coffee? Sure. A loved one might help against the cold. Ah, finally. Thank you. Just saw a crowd passing through here. Thought I'd hit the jackpot, but they weren't interested in coffee, unfortunately. Was it a big crowd? Where did they go? Towards St. Ursula's. I'm guessing you're headed that way too. Well, you can't miss them. Yep. It's a riot. There's a lot of people here. I thought maybe there'd be gifts. Chocolate. But actually everyone's just angry. I don't like it. How much more money are you gonna squeeze from us? Don't you work at the hospital too? Sure do, and it's been far too long. I can't do all this anymore. I've been slaving away for years. No private life, no downtime. I want to make my voice heard, and these people have valid points. Why don't you join us? We could really make a difference here. We want to see the numbers. I'm telling you, St. Ursula's Hospital has got to go. How many have you suffered here? How many of you emptied your pockets into their coffers? The fees go up every month, but the quality of treatment gets worse and worse. The staff are overworked, and the building's falling apart to boot. Will we keep on accepting this? Will we keep on sacrificing our loved ones to this hospital? No. Absolutely not. What? What's this about? Ah, there's our specialist. What are your plans for the day, con artist? Let me pass, Ralph. Go ahead. I'm sure you got plenty of corrupt shenanigans to deal with. We'll see how many more lives you take before someone stops you. That's right, get lost. Down with St. Ursula's, down with St. Ursula's. Hmm. Ingrid, have you seen the people out there? Sure, a bit of an overreaction if you ask me. Do you think we should call the police or something? Don't worry about it, kid. This isn't the first time we've had angry folk show up at our door. I'm sure the protest has been cleared with authorities. So right now, there isn't much we can do. Al's always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. When he gets an idea in his head, he doesn't let it go again easy. So you're not worried? There's even a nurse in the crowd. Nah, not really. Critics come with territory, after all. No one who comes here leaves feeling amazingly refreshed and rejuvenated. At best, they'll just feel normal again. If they don't, well, that's when certain kinds of people get angry. As long as they don't actually charge inside the hospital, it's all good. Dr. Theobald's already on the case. By the way, he was asking after you this morning. Seems like every day he wants something from you now, huh? Guess he likes you. But you can go straight up to your own ward. That's where he is right now, anyway. Take the elevator. Where is he? In the break room? He doesn't appear to be over here. This is in the bathroom. Maybe he's in the break room. Dr. Theobald, have you heard about the people in front of the building? Of course. But first, I have a question for you. Did you go to Mrs. My god. Did you go to Mrs. DeCalma's funeral service? Yes, and I think it helped me. Thanks for the tip. I'm afraid I'm partly to blame for the protest, though. What do you mean by that? Well, the funeral seemed quite normal at first, but then they started saying it was my fault that Irma died. I didn't know what to do. You know, there's one thing that you unfortunately need to be aware of working here. When you work at a hospital, problems become part of your daily routine. Generally speaking, someone comes to us with a problem. Sometimes the problem can be fixed, but sometimes, however, unfortunately, it cannot. We do not have secret superpowers. All we can do is make people feel like they were before. That's our business, day in, day out. When we succeed, we are rarely rewarded with positive words or deeds. Yet if we fail, negative responses never far away. That's the way it is, sadly. Our profession is far from unique in that regard. I'm sure you're familiar with the phenomenon yourself. You don't get the chance to provide a diagnosis until something's already not behaving as it should. So what can we do to get these people to calm down? Don't worry about it, please. I will not allow my staff to be attacked or harassed. I'll talk to the protesters and sort things out. And what can I do? Do your job. Help those who need help. Solve as many problems as possible, even though not all of them will be solvable. Okay. Wish you the best of luck. And, like, this is one of the things about the writing as well. All of the characters just sort of seem to repeat themselves. Or at least repeat something that somebody else has said. And it's not, it's just, it feels like it was... It feels like it was all written by one person. And I know that a lot of stories are all written by one person, but it's like a single narrative voice. And it doesn't feel like any of the characters have their own voice. And it doesn't feel like there is any room in the narrative for any different biases or opinions or concepts. And one of the reasons that the characters don't feel like very sort of grounded or real is because they don't have a lot going on outside of the main plot, and the main plot is already pretty weak. But also, they don't seem to have like something that is So there's a technique with writing some characters, specifically ones that are like in a tumultuous situation, which is that you create something that is like true to the character really deep down, but something that they would never speak aloud. Because it's true of most people that they have sort of these internalized secrets that they would never like just outwardly express. And a lot of the way that these characters are speaking is as if they've like been in therapy for years, you know? They're speaking very openly about a lot of things, and that's just not true of how people react. And a lot of people have these deep truths inside of them that they don't necessarily know how to verbalize or do not want to verbalize. So they come out in different ways, like a bias or a tendency to anger, or a tendency to withdraw from people, or a need to go out and party and drink all the time. But none of these characters have any of those things going on. None of these characters feel like they have any real depth to them, because they just like will talk about things in the open. But because they don't have any like characterization really, they're not talking about much, and they all just repeat each other. Nobody's saying anything new or original. None of these characters feel like they're separate characters. All of the dialogue feels like it could come from the one person. It's not good. It's not good writing. It's my biggest criticism of the game, honestly, is the writing is so weak, and I don't want it to be. I really wanted to like this game, but the writing is just so weak. I imagine you have questions. I'm sure you want to know how I feel about all this. Whether I am worried about that little protest down there. Let's just do ourselves a favor and skip that part of the conversation. Please get on to your assignments for the day, and we'll talk later. Little Miss Allergy Owl. Emma, how are you doing? Hello, Mr. Doctor. Guess what? My tummy ache's gone, and my mom's coming to pick me up today. Great, I'm really glad to hear that. Shall we give you one last checkup before you go home then? I don't have great patients like you here very often, so I need to make the most of it. Also, I understand why they don't always like give the rules to these minigames after you've played it once, but I do think that they should give you the option to revise the rules. That wasn't the best stick. Well, you've got just about the healthiest tummy I've seen all week. My colleague gave your mum a letter for your pediatrician earlier. Now, you need to be careful about what you eat in the future, okay? Can you promise me to do that? Yes. Dr. Gerda says the same thing, that I should listen to you. And you know what? What? She says you're a good doctor. Really? Yes, because you made my tummy ache go away. And she says you made her tummy ache go away too. But you know what else? No, what? Dr. Gerda's a good doctor too, because she made my homesickness go away every night. You're right there, Emma. My colleague will take you down to see your mum in a minute, okay? Take care, Emma. Bye. Bye. Ugh, let's get this game over with. I hate this one. This is like the worst one. So, we meet again. Theodora! Ah, that's why she's called Ted. To what do I owe the pleasure? It's my lungs. The weather's doing a number on me right now. I need a regular checkup. I have artificial heart valve. Then there's the severe hypoxia. You're saying your blood isn't being supplied with enough oxygen? Exactly. I get by, but I'd feel better if someone gave me a once-over. Sure, allow me. I was doing so well, and then I got out of goddamn sync. Your lungs are fine. Your heart too. I didn't know you could hear a heart valve. Oh yes. Not a bad party trick, huh? Ingrid's downstairs, can write you a prescription for your medication. Great, that's what I call past service. By the way, things are a little crazy around here right now. Be careful when you head out the door. I noticed, yeah. Maybe that game wouldn't be so bad if it actually was like a proper rhythm game, but it's not. What's all the racket out there? Just an angry mob of people dissatisfied with our work. What do they know? They don't have the first clue of how difficult our work even is, do they? How are you doing today? You tell me, that's why you're here, isn't it? Alright then. Alright, we need to up some yellow. And this one? Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. I think that that's right. Your liver readings are improving. Good. I'm afraid you'll need to stay with us for a few more days. Well, it hasn't killed me yet. That's why you've still got the pleasure of treating me. Thank goodness for that. Don't let it get to your head. I know what the situation is in this hospital. I need to put up with it. Even I need to put up with an apprentice doctor. I've not forgotten my duty to teach the next generation. So go ahead, learn something. I have a lot on my mind right now. Let me take a quick look at your results. I understand all too well that you're under a lot of pressure right now. Nevertheless, your performance is solid. There's hope for you yet. I have some organizational tasks to deal with now. Have a nice evening. Take care of yourself. Do you think the protesters are still outside? I expect Dr. Theobald's dealing with that. And don't worry so much, Finley. These kind of things can weigh you down. But it'll all blow over in a few days. We've got the day off tomorrow. Sleep in late. Time off is precious. Enjoy it. Take the elevator. Hi, Strawberry! Strawberry Riot. Oh, that's such a cool username. I love that. How'd you find us? Thank you for coming in and saying hello. Appreciate it. Yeah, knock her out there, kid. What? Why? The protest is still going strong. You stole this user from your household ex? Oh, wow. That's kind of funny. So, did you find me through this game? Is this a game that you're a fan of? I've already called the police, but they say there's nothing they can do. Yeah, right. Through the disability tag. Oh, thank you for checking me out. I appreciate it. Yeah, right now I am streaming with my PNG tuber, which helps me when I don't feel like going on camera. Today, it's a very warm day, and I didn't want to have to be put under sort of that extra pressure. So this allows me to sort of sit in any position that I feel comfortable in, and not having to be in view of the camera. But yeah, my main thing that I have is chronic fatigue syndrome. And I also have like some pain stuff, but there's also like, you know, mental health stuff. It all sort of compiles onto each other, you know? It's hot for you too. I'm in South Australia, and South Australia is generally not the hottest place in Australia by far, but we're going through a little bit of a heat wave right now. Just a little bit. Chronic fatigue is such a bitch. It really is. That's why my stream schedule is also real inconsistent, because sometimes I just can't. You know? Sometimes you just can't. Sometimes it's just this is a day where I can't do anything kind of day. So I try my best to stream weekends, but, you know, the last weekend I really struggled. You live in ACT, it's cold at night but hot during the day. Ooh. I've been there once, I think. And I wasn't even there for very long. I just went to the airport because that airport was the closest airport to a town that I needed to get to in New South Wales. You don't recommend living here, the only thing to do is suffer? I can do that at home. Your colleague thought better of it too just now. I think she had tears in her eyes. I wanted to say something, but she turned back inside and ran right past me. You mean Mia? Where'd she go? Don't know, back upstairs, I think. And Dr. Theobald, wasn't he meant to talk to the protesters? I don't know anything about that either. I haven't seen him at any rate. He probably got held up in his luxury vending machine again. I'm gonna go check on him. You do what you need to, kid. We can't change what's going on out there right now anyway. Make yourself a coffee and wait for it to all blow over. That's what I say. You have 2 hospitals and both have you on file as a drug seeker. So last time you had to go to the ER, you took the train to Sydney. That sucks. I hate how hospitals will like essentially deny care to people that are in pain just in case they're drug seeking. It's like, maybe just take the pain seriously. Even if somebody is drug seeking, it's still like, they're still doing it for a reason. Nobody just, you know, seeks out drugs for no reason. You know? Like, I know addiction is a problem. But like, people don't just end up like that without something else going on underneath. Yeah, right? Maybe just help them. Maybe do what you have sworn to do and like actually help. Ugh. See, this game is supposed to be. So this game, I have issues with this game. I'm not sure I would recommend it. This game is supposed to be like talking about some of the complex issues around the medical system. But the story is just not very strong. And sure, we could say like, hey, it brings up like, you know, the fact that there's like issues with the fact that people can't always afford the healthcare, or that people are overworked or whatever. But it's like nothing that this game is saying is bringing anything new to the table. And it's a little bit disappointing. Because I had high hopes for this game, particularly as it's done in the style of Night in the Woods. If you've ever played the game Night in the Woods, it's a great game. I would highly recommend it if you haven't ever played it, but I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite games. And for this game to like take so much inspiration from it and then just utterly fail in the writing aspect and the character aspect, it's just so disappointing. Because like there are so many aspects of this that would make an amazing story, such an impactful story, and all it's done is created straw man arguments. And it's real frustrating. It's real frustrating that it's like you act like this is an indie studio that like chose to develop this game, and you would think that that like came from a place of like deeply wanting to tell this story, but it does not feel like it. It does not feel like this is a story that anybody wanted to tell on the team. Oh yes, I would love a game recommendation. I love game recommendations. Dr. Theobald, are you there? Also, this artwork is weird. Dr. Theobald? Where did he go? Looks like he was here not that long ago. Maybe there was an emergency. Oh, the shelf looks the same as always. Everything's still where it was this morning. It's just like Dr. Theobald's vanished into thin air. Maybe he fell through a rift in time and space. He could be living in another dimension right now. A world where pizza can cure cancer. But you seem fine. You think it's from mobile? I'll have to check it out. So Finley, we meet again. Does the boss have time right now? I need to talk to him. Dr. Theobald's not here. His office is empty. What? Strange. I mean, Theobald usually leaves the door to his office open, but only when he's actually in it. Have you seen him around today? Nope, that's why I'm here. The people on the ward can't sleep with all the commotion outside. It's a story multiple choice game. Oh, so it's sort of like almost like a visual novel type game. I do enjoy a good visual novel. Hang on, let me... I'ma Google it. But you seem fine. A video game. It's a visual novel based on one of the developers' struggles with an invisible illness. Very cool. I wonder whether I can download it for PC. Because I do prefer, that's the word you were looking for. Yes, I do like a good visual novel. I generally do prefer playing games on the computer compared to my phone, just because my phone overheats. And also if I play it on the computer, I can play things on stream. And that usually motivates me to finish games. You cried on your first playthrough. See, that is the impact that a good story can bring. Is if it makes you feel emotion, if it stirs something inside of you, if it sort of like helps you open up your thinking and accept new information, or like even if it just hits something that's like true to yourself. This is what I'm struggling with so much with this game, is that it's not doing any of that. It's trying, but it doesn't feel like it's trying very hard. It feels like that meme of that star of like, did you even try? You know? And I hate that I'm being so critical, because like it's obvious that it was inspired by Night in the Woods, and Night in the Woods is such an excellent game, and you can't help but make a comparison, and it feels so much harsher to make that comparison because of how excellent Night in the Woods was. But you also shouldn't have made it in that style unless you wanted to be compared to it, you know?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You love that meme? Yeah. Nope, that's why I'm here. People can't sleep with all the commotion outside. I was gonna ask Dr. Theobald for help last resort, before I got out there and kicked some butt myself. I spoke to him this morning. He assured me he was going to smooth the situation over. Well, guess that didn't happen, huh? Just bumped into Mia too. She was pretty upset, poor thing. Mia? What's wrong with her? No idea. Called after her, but she ignored me. She just said that Mr. Anders was back. What? Mr. Anders? Yeah. You remember that old geezer, right? Where's he back? Always with the questions. Grandpa was sent to the best rehab money can buy at our expense. Then he's not back here 2 minutes before he goes and poisons himself? Probably thought the wood oil was a bottle of gin. Is he? Of course not. What's with you and the drama? All good, Strawberry Riot. Appreciate you. Which way did she run? Upstairs. Anders is on the 4th floor. If I had to guess, I'd say she's up there. I'll go take a look. Alright, guess I'll hunt down the boss. Thank you, Sandra. No problem. We're going up. We're going to go try to find Mia. 4th floor. Huh? I don't think I've talked to you before. Have you seen Mia? Yes, she just scurried past me. She's on her way to see a patient. Have you lost something? No, well yeah, maybe. Weird answer. Well, if I find something, I'll keep hold of it. Once you've decided if you've lost something, you can ask again. Hello, young grasshopper. Dr. Katura, is there a Mr. Anders somewhere in this ward? My duty would normally prohibit me from simply divulging such information. But I can feel the tension in the air. There was something in the air that night. It surrounds us, holds us, permeates us. It holds the universe together. Yes, Mr. Willie Anders is in this ward. He's just setting out for a walk down the hall. One of my very own favourite cure-alls, as it happens. What? A walk, you mean? Mia! Mr. Anders, can you listen to me for a moment? Beckham. I don't have to put up with this. I already told you I didn't steal any blueberry pudding. Why didn't I get a pickle with my dinner today? Mr. Anders, please, I need your help. Why does everyone keep asking for my help? Stay hydrated, everybody. I just want to be left alone, damn it. There are all these people out there anyway. Clear off, you're not getting any of my money. Mr. Anders. Mia! Finley, there you are. What's going on here? I wanted to do something. I have to do something. What happened? Why are you talking to Mr. Anders? I was just on my way home. Those people, they're so angry. They called me names and threw things at me. I can't go on like this anymore. I'm here to help people, aren't I? Why are they getting on my back for that? I know, Mia, I know. Last time Mr. Anders was here, he was barely responsive. I was hoping to ask him about the night of your accident. Maybe he knows something. That's not a bad idea. And they keep harping on about this as if there's some big mystery here. Some boxes fell on his head. Mr. Anders, can I ask you something? What is it now? You. Don't I know you, sonny boy? Yes, we've met before. You were at the hospital a little while ago, last fall. You had an accident. Some would say you had a fall. I'm so hilarious. Do you remember? Yes. I know your voice. What happened exactly? Tell me. We were looking for you. We think the broken elevator took us both to the disused ward. I found you there. You were injured. Oh, that was you? I was just trying to get back to my room. I don't know how I ended up in that place. What do you remember about it? Not much. I'm not as young as I was. I was looking for my room. The hallway was completely dark. Someone had left a desk lamp on. There was a bed covered in folders and paperwork. And then? Then I heard your voice. Not the most pleasant way to wake up. And that's not even mentioning the headache. Is that all you can remember? No, after that I was back in this blasted hospital. My time at that rehab place was worth it though. I've not had a beet lasagna that delicious since I was a kid. Okay, thank you, Mr. Anders. You've been a great help. What does it mean? A lot. You remember the desk, Mia? That bed I saw on the 5th floor with the documents on it. Carl said that there was nothing there. But Mr. Anders saw it too. Exactly. So what now? We need to let Carl know. Maybe he'll know something. Maybe he'll know what to do with this information. Hey Carl, what are you up to? Wait, do you have a hidden camera in my apartment? I was just about to call you. Things are starting to get out of hand here. Mia and I want to do something about it. What a coincidence, I was thinking the exact same thing. Come over, I've already got an idea. Wait, have you ever been to my place before? No. Live on the high street next to the bakery. Got it, we're on our way. Alrighty. Hi, welcome back, Strawberry. We are going on a break though. I'm just about to have an ad break and I need to get up and stretch so that I am able to continue playing. So we will be back in about 3 minutes and I'll play some music in case you don't get any ads. Alrighty, I am back. And let's go to visit Carl, who lives next to the bakery. Take the elevator. I guess we've gotta walk past all these people. Oops, sorry. Gonna be a long night. Good job, I just put a fresh pot of coffee on. Oh! I changed, but Mia did not change. She going in her hospital scrubs. Oh no, she did change. Just not on screen. Oh my gosh. That's kind of a shame. Like that cute little porcupine, it went like snowy once, and that was when snow first started to fall, and then it went back to the full porcupine. Which I got nothing against, but like I only got to see the snowy porcupine once. What's in the newspaper? Look, there's something. They misspelled something. And this wouldn't bother me, except there are so many bugs in this game, bugs and glitches and things, that this does bother me. Just I don't understand. Don't understand how this game got made. There's something about St. Ursula's in the newspaper. Life in an unhealthy healthcare system. Interesting conversations and exclusive insights. Read the full 3-page report in tomorrow's edition. Yeah, she got up high. She jumped on the ledge. It's a cow on the ledge. You gonna say something now? How cute! This thing looks like a little like you, Finley. Yeah. What a coincidence, right? I can barely believe it myself. Maybe Pima used you as an inspiration for her artwork. Yeah, it definitely wasn't just a can of paint falling on me. Hello? Hey Carl, it's us. What's the password? Password? You didn't give us a password. True. I guess that one's on me. Can you let us in, please? It's pretty cold out here. Not without the password. Hold on, I'll just need a minute to think of one. Okay, alright, I got one. The password is mango. Keep it to yourself, don't pass it on. Great, will you let us in now? Not until you give me the password. Mango. Ah, it's you guys. Very good, very good. Oh, what are you standing around here for? Come on in, it's way too cold outside. Oh, he's got a nice place. And then Finley came along. Mr. Anders hasn't exactly confirmed that, but he said he remembers a stack of folders and a bright light. What are you thinking, Carl? I think it all fits together. I used my involuntary vacation to do some thinking. Never liked this whole situation right from the start. First, though, I need to apologize to you, Finley. I was never quite sure if you'd been imagining things or not when you had your accident, but I can see now you're onto something. So what are your conclusions? We need to go deeper. Deeper? You know, I'm the longest serving member of staff at St. Ursula's after Ingrid. I do the rotas, manage our inventory, and put our orders together. What are you getting at? We need to go to the hospital's document archive. That could be where we find the answers to what's going on here. You mean the big storeroom in the basement? Surely we can't just walk in there. No, the storeroom's always locked. Even I don't have access to it. But I have an idea about how we can get in there. It'll require perfect teamwork, though. This is delicate matter, like an ornate glass figurine. We need to consider our every move carefully, like chess grandmasters. Wow, you've really put some thought into this. Of course I have. So listen carefully. Old Glendower has all the keys to the building in his office, including the key for the archive. That's one we need to get. And how are we going to do that? Sometimes Gregor stays late at the hospital, until late at night. He seems like he's got some kind of project he works on in his office after hours. I don't know what it is, but he sure puts a lot of time into it. And over the course of many night shifts, I've noticed something. At exactly 1 AM every night, he leaves his office and sets off to see Ingrid. Yes, that's it. Slowly, he sets out on his trusted path. Step by step. Foot by foot. His mind never straying from his goal. Until he finally reaches Ingrid's desk. The two always spend a while chatting, then Gregor grabs a coffee and heads back to his office. You know what? When he goes on this little walk, he never locks his office. It gives us the perfect window to get in there. Finley, you wait until Gregor leaves his office. That's when you go in and look for the archive key. Sounds good, but he must have a lot of keys. It'll take me a while to find the right one. No problem. That's where Mia and I come in. Right on the street says you're a talented actress, Mia. What? Me? Good evening, my dearies. What's with the disguise? I'm on leave right now, right? It's best if I stay incognito while I'm at the hospital for now. I don't want any more trouble. Okay. Good, now where was I? Ahem. Please pay no attention to me. I'm just an old, fragile granny. Here to visit her little son. I suppose I'd better head up to his room. Oops! Oh my! My hip! Such pain! Ow! Don't worry, I'm coming. Fear not, I am a competent junior doctor. I am here to help this poor old lady. Looks like she took a bad fall with no outside interference whatsoever. What's this now? If you get a costume, I want one too. After all, I'm playing the courageous doctor in shining armor. Alright, I guess. As I was saying, I rushed here right now to help the injured person. This looks bad. You there with the broom. What, me? You look strong. I implore you, help me with this old lady. What's with the amateur dramatics? No drama here, sir. This is serious. I need to make sure this person has not sustained more severe injuries. Alright. Then boom. The key is ours. Perfect plan. Now there's just one thing left to do. Head down to the basement and into the document archive. I guess it's not that way. Is it this way? Good job, team. It's heist time. Before we go in there, what exactly are we looking for? I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll know when we see it. Wait a second. The door was already open. What? That can't be right. The door's always locked. Maybe so, but it wasn't today. Maybe you're right, Carl. Let's check it out. Someone was in here recently. How do you know that? The layer of dust isn't as thick as usual. I haven't been here in ages, but something feels different. Like someone's disturbed the energy of the room. Since when are you the mystical type? Hey, back off. I can sense things. You better take a look around. Maybe you'll find something unusual. Movies archives are like this are always full of secrets and treasures. In real life, I guess they're full of boredom too. I guess I can't just jump on anything. Medical records, doctor's letters, study lab results. Some of these documents are older than my patients. There must be loads of thrilling stories stashed down here. Stashed away down here. Don't forget to stay hydrated, everybody. Look up here. Finley, get down from there. Break your neck. He is right. We all know those boxes are out to get you. How'd you get up there anyway? It doesn't matter. Someone's taking the folders off the shelf. You can see a dust print in all the dust. It's pretty obvious something's missing. What? Let me see. Yes. It's definitely not normal. I know it doesn't look like it, but there's actually a system in this archive, and something clearly is missing here. This empty space should be filled with at least 7 years worth of receipts and bills. You're right, Carl. Why do you sound so surprised? I thought you'd be used to that by now. Do you think this means anything? I think it does. what's really interesting is that all the missing files should have been from the same time period, belong to the same time period. They'll all be documents that would potentially be needed for communication with the health insurance companies. This kind of documents don't just disappear. They might have moved to another location because they're still needed. Like an old hospital bed on the 5th floor, for instance. It's gotta be it. There must be someone who knows about this. Dr. Theobald, maybe? I don't think so. He hasn't been seen in a while. Should we go to the police? There's someone outside. We need to get out of here quickly. Agreed. What are you doing down here? Carl, is that you? Sandra, we just stumbled upon something big. Have you seen Dr. Theobald? We need to speak to him urgently. The boss? I haven't seen a whiff of him. I need to see Halal and pick up some blood results. It's not like there's anyone here who's actually meant to be working on our ward. But you'd better settle in anyway. The crowd outside's way bigger now. Wouldn't be trying to head home anytime soon if I were you. Not that I can think about clocking off. Too much to do. The wards are all pretty much full. Come on, make yourself useful. Sandra's right. Finley, we should lend a hand to the ward. What about the missing documents? I'm sure that can wait. We need to give Gregor his key back and then help out upstairs. You're right. Is she? Apparently we can't go the stairs way. We gotta go the elevator. Apparently we have to use the elevator. I could use a little help here. That was Ingrid. Let's have a look. The protesters have probably come inside. Excuse me. Down with St. Ursula's. Here comes another one of those bunglers. Ralph, you crackpot. Just go home, okay? You can't just come in here like this. It's not allowed. Please, just let us do our job. Noise you're making's bad enough, but more importantly than that, you're blocking the main entrance. That means you're stopping us from admitting any more patients. Please, just leave. Bah! It's just a load of stupid excuses. Who's gonna stop us? You? Patrick here has a terrible ailment. Exactly, out of the pain. That's enough! Not only did you cripple him for the rest of his life when he injured his arm years ago, that nasty little runt attacked us both just the other week. Patrick's still recovering to this day! That's not even mentioning the psychological trauma we both suffered. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, my arm! See, we have every reason to be here, and every right too. We're not leaving until we get some answers. Get the chief physician out here now. But hasn't Dr. Theobald come to speak with you already? You assured me that. Of course he hasn't. As if he would get his fat ass out of that comfy chair. Will you all just listen for 1 minute? He's not going to come down here. We'll just have to take this to him. That's right. And you know what else? Let me through, damn it. Help, quickly. Hello? Renee, what's up? This person. They were just standing next to me in the crowd. Then all of a sudden they fainted. I just managed to stop them hitting the ground. They don't look good. We should take them to the ward. Typical, always the same. Next poor soul for you to bleed dry. Finley, lend a hand here. What about Dr. Theobald? I'll try and find out where he is. And I'll try to find out more about the missing documents too. We'll talk later. Alright. Let me through, you scumbags. The patient's in very poor condition. I'm glad you brought him to us. You know what's wrong with him? We'll take care of this. Please, just give me some time. Mia, Finley, please look after the ward. There's lots to do, as ever, and this isn't helping. Sure, we'll take care of it. I want to help too. Good. Ask you around the other woods, see if anyone else can help. Consider it done. Don't you need any help here? What I need most of all is time. The best way for you to help me is to take care of the ward on your own. Forgive me if I can't monitor your work as closely as usual. You and Mia have been here a while now. Prove to me that I can trust you with our ward. Oakley dokley. Greetings! And the same to you. You're struggling with inflammation after an abdominal injury, right? Let's take a look then. Oh, I hate this game. L A L B L T. Left stick up. Down. X R T A. Oh my gosh. R B A R. Oh my gosh. Ah, I hate that game. It doesn't... It's not disability friendly. This is a textbook inflammation, but I can see you've had all the important vaccines. We need to cool the wound properly, and you'll need antibiotics to treat the infection. And got it! For now, I will just keep as still as possible. Good idea, and get well soon. Oh, this one. I see you have a gastrointestinal infection. That's true. And you had a colonoscopy last night. Correct. There are probably better ways to spend your evening, right? You're not wrong there. Alright, let me take a look. The hand is wrong. What? The foot is wrong. I'm struggling with this one right now. Not normally this bad at it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I've never done quite this badly on this one before. Okay. Finally. That one took too long. Finally got a B there. Usually get A for that one. That one was bad though. I did poorly. No serious abnormalities were found during your colonoscopy. Your symptoms indicate flu-like infection. That's good because it's treatable and you shouldn't trouble you for too long. We need to get your electrolyte and water levels back up, and we need to make sure you drink plenty of fluids, preferably tea. That doesn't sound right. Plenty of fluids, preferably water, is usually the way. Not preferably tea. Where are we? England? Okay. Something's not right here, is it? Honestly, I'm not sure. Sure feels that way. Protests still going on downstairs. Got bigger even. Yes, I've noticed. We've had someone collapse on us too. One of the staff? No, a protester just killed over out of nowhere. Dr. Krakowski's diagnosing him now, but we don't know what's wrong with him yet. You know, I've worked in the healthcare sector for decades. There has always been scandals, arguments, criticism. Some time ago, a large number of hospitals came to the decision that would end up having huge ramifications. Healthcare was improving, people were healing and recovering faster. In a very short time, the average length of our patient's hospital visit was halved. Accordingly, the hospitals decided to halve the number of nursing staff. But the workload remained the same. So then came the overhauls, the saving strategies, that kind of thing. We're still seeing the effects of that decision today. We used to see the shortcomings here at St. Ursula's too. What I'm trying to say is, I know what you're going through. I'd like to take your readings if that's okay. Of course. Ah, heck. Or 2 skulls. I don't think the bone is right. Um... Had stomach in that position before. Not bone. Heck. Okay. And this must be skill. Gotta be skill. Got it! Got it! I'm almost afraid to tell you this. What is it? Is it all over for me? Not quite. Quite the opposite. Your readings have improved significantly. I wasn't expecting that, I must admit. But that's all part of the profession, too. Funny how things turn out sometimes. You should rest a little more. I think you'll be able to get back home soon. Your wish is my command. Oh, and one more thing. If I can help in any way, just say, I'd be glad to. It's really nice of you, but you're a patient here. The only thing you need to work on is getting healthy again. If you insist. Finley, can you give me a hand, please? I just finished my assignments. That's music to my ears. Can you take a look? While we're looking after the ward on our own, we should compare results and keep track of each other. Oh wow, that's pretty good, Finley. I don't think I can perform as well as you under stress. I've got to say, I'm a little overwhelmed right now. All our beds are occupied, I can't keep up. Well managed. I need to head up to the 4th floor for a few minutes. They're having trouble there too. Everyone's pitching in when they can right now. Can you take on a few more people? Sure, I'll hold the fort. Thanks. I'll be right back. Yeah. Good evening. I'd like to start your treatment. Can you tell me how you're feeling today? I've had awful stomach cramps ever since last night and diarrhea. My head feels like it's about to explode. The injection will help keep your pain in check at least. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna die. Oh. Yep, that's probably the closest vein. It's not gonna get any closer than that. Stay hydrated. Okay, injection done. Hope it kicks in soon. I've never felt this bad in my life. We'll give you a full checkup as soon as we can. In the meantime, try to get some sleep. Please hurry. There's something really wrong with me. I know it. And 301. Good evening. Can you tell me how you're feeling? This morning it felt like the flu. Now everything hurts every breath I take. And how's the digestion? Everything went right through me this afternoon. Painkillers didn't help either, only a little. I'm gonna take your pulse and then we'll see what we can do. Okay. Starting with X's. Ah! I hate this game. It should be one button, or you should either have multiple buttons or like the up and down thing. Like having both is terrible, and I hate it. Your buddy is fighting something. We're gonna find out what it is as quickly as we can. Thank you. Hopefully it isn't contagious, or it's always so busy here. Don't worry about it. My colleagues will be back to check on you again soon. Good evening. Can you tell me about how you're feeling today? Struggling for air. Everything hurts. Help me, please. Of course, we'll adjust your medication. Thank you. Okie dokie. This one and this one. Hang on. So that one. And that one. And that one again. And this one. Treatment complete. Oh, okay, my colleague will be here in a minute to give you new medication. Thank you, I don't want to die. We'll do everything we can to make sure you get well soon. I promise you that. Oh no, I'm sorry. The fourth floor is even fuller than here. All the beds are occupied. There was some talk about whether we could fit more beds somewhere. And then there was the incident. An elderly lady collapsed and I had to lend a hand for a while. And we didn't know the place so well, so... It's alright, take a deep breath. Better? Better. How did it go here? I'm done with everything so far. Can I take a look? Everyone seems to be doing better. It's nice to know I can trust my tasks in you with my tasks in case of emergency. I try to return the favor soon. Thanks for taking over. How do you feel? No problem, I'm not flagging yet. You're really tough. With all this running, I might as well quit the gym. I really use some coffee right now. Let's do that then. Not this time of the day, I'm dead tired actually. Have you heard from Carl yet? No, now that you mention it. I've not spoken to him. Should we give him a call? Maybe he has news for us. Good idea. And? Nothing. He's not picking up. Strange. I hope everything's alright. Finley, Mia! Come quickly, please. The patient in room 302 is really sick. I can't stabilize him. Is that the one I was just seeing? Finley, Mia, quick. Help me stabilize this patient. The cramps keep getting worse. The patient is unresponsive. We need to... Oh! He died. Jesus Christ. What? Dr. Krakowski, Be quiet. Sandra, take the deceased details. They didn't even do CPR! Nothing. They were just like, oh, he flatlined. We're just not gonna do anything else. The patient suffered from severe and irregular abdominal cramps. We noticed his heavy gastrointestinal bleeding. Dr. Linwood advised against surgical treatment. The blood work needed to be evaluated immediately. We need to know that the bleeding was caused by a bacterial infection. Everything else will become clear soon. Please leave now. I want to help you. Don't take this the wrong way. But there's nothing you can do here right now. Whatever this was, the contagion is minimal to non-existent. You can help me by going home and getting some rest. This patient is already dead. There's nothing more we can do. So leave me in peace and come back tomorrow well rested and focused. We'll know more tomorrow. I would not go to this hospital. Just saying. Okay, nothing. It's not letting me click that. Go to bed. What a night. Whatever, time to get to the hospital. My ears are still ringing from all that noise yesterday, but everything seems to have quieted down again. Weird. There's nobody here. It's like a ghost town. You're still here. Why hasn't anyone picked you up yet? Wait for the bus. I don't want to walk today. Don't want to really see anything in the town. Not motivated to. In the slightest. Oh, there's some ambulances here. The ambulance is supposed to use the back entrance, really. Oh. Are people being relocated, maybe? Oh. My belly feels like it's on fire. I think I'm gonna faint. Ingrid, what? Finley, really can't talk right now. We're getting overwhelmed. The ward's almost full. We got more and more people coming in with the same symptoms. I'm trying to organize more beds. Make yourself useful and get to the wards. Take the elevator. I wonder whether it was the stew. It's pretty crowded in here. How was the night shift? Don't ask, don't ask. I'm pretty sure my bloodstream is like 80% coffee right now. Do you want to take a break? Nope, nope, break later. Things to do. They all want us to head to the break room. Dr. Krakowski's got something to tell us. Works for me. I was just going to get myself another coffee anyway. Horatia. I can beat you there. I can beat you there. Maybe I can't beat you there. You're very fast. Good morning. I have a small announcement to make. You look tired, Dr. Krakowski. Did you even go home last night? We know more about what we're dealing with now, but we still need some time. And the bacteria is aggressive. We've been able to contain it to a certain extent. But some patients have still experienced internal bleeding. That's not what we called you here for. As you may have noticed, our wards are full. What's more, a few of our staff has also started to fall ill. If more people are admitted as the day goes, we'll hit full capacity. And what does that mean? It means that if we run out of space, we're going to turn people away. But, yes, I know. This is new for me too. But we have no choice. People are already being reallocated to different hospitals in the local area. But the nearest hospital's over an hour's drive away. We can no longer treat them here. I would ask you to take note of this information. We can't just send people back on the streets. You know some of these people might be seriously ill. Wait a minute, Dr. Krakowski. Carl! What have you been doing here, Carl? Don't you know that you're currently not authorized to be here? Yeah, blah blah. Any idiot can see this hospital's busting, it seems. So it seems. How else are we to explain your presence? I can't just sit by and watch people croak. I won't let you just because you're some stupid forced vacation. Who's gonna stop me? Dr. Theobald's vanished into thin air. If he wants me to throw it out, he can come up here and try it with his bare hands. And what's your plan? Do you think you can conjure up a second hospital with the wave of your magic wand? I don't need to. The ward on the 5th floor. Dr. Krakowski, we can get it running again. There's plenty of space up there, and most of the beds are still in place. The ward's been out of operation for years. What, so you'd rather send all those sick people back home? Very well. I won't claim I'm happy about this, but since you're already here, get the 5th floor ward up and running as soon as you can. I'll help Carl with that. Can't say I'm surprised to hear you volunteer for me. I'll go into the lab and see Dr. Halil. Hopefully he has some good news. Mia, Sandra, I'll leave this ward in your hands. Are you up to the responsibility? Yes. Ain't no thing. Good luck, everyone. Now get moving. Come on, Finley. Let's take a look upstairs. Can we use the elevator? Nope, we cannot use the elevator. Do you really think we can do this? Sure we can. There's a lot of junk rotting around, but if we work together, we can get the hang of it. Doesn't have to hold together for years, just long enough to ride out the wave. I'll deal with the bedrooms. You take care of the corridor. Not trying to win prize for best interior design. Just clear up enough space so we can get through. Understood. It's good as new. Why did we stop using this water in the first place? It has a lovely rustic charm. Maybe it has something to do with all the mold, the discarded machinery, thick layer of dust that's covering everything. Alright, you've made your point. But dust only moved here later, you know. Okay. It's got mold. If it's got mold, my god. If it's got mold, you shouldn't be having patients in here. You shouldn't even be having patients in the hospital if there's mold on one of the floors. Come on. Okay, we've got almost everything we need. We're just missing the power. I might be able to help with that. I once administered emergency treatment to the junction box at the surgery. Afraid this ward doesn't have a junction box. When the others got refurbished, this one was left to rot. Guess the breakers for this water down in the basement. That's where the main distributor is. I'll go downstairs to turn on the power. Good, I'll get started filling the beds in the rooms. There's plenty of people waiting downstairs after all. That's it. If I carry on like this, I'll be able to qualify as a professional electrician soon. Now I need to head back upstairs. Calzone's up there. Can I go use the elevator? Why can't I use the elevator? Oh, hold on, I'm Dr. Theobald. What were you thinking? Have you any idea what's been going on around here? Yes, I know, of course. That's why I'm here. Just listen to me for a moment, please. I had to go. I couldn't stay here anymore. I take full responsibility. I always wanted the best for St. Ursula's, believe me. A few years ago, I was appointed chief physician, but not without help. Roman Heydrich already held a lot of influence over the hospital even back then. He offered me the position of chief physician as part of a restructuring. At the time, I thought it was the best way for me to be actively help the hospital. I was still too young. I hadn't really earned the position. But I went along with it, and Roman supplanted my predecessor for me. We had big plans. Everything was great at first. But Roman put more and more pressure on me. He had interests of his own. He didn't even try to hide them from me. He kept coming to me with strange ideas. He wanted to take more and more money out of the hospital. When I refused, he started blackmailing me. I had to sign bills, purchase orders, and other documents for him. Otherwise, he would have blown the cover of the agreement. And as chief physician, I would have taken the fall for everything. That's why I went along with it, for the good of the hospital. My guy. That does not sound like it's for the good of the hospital. That sounds like it's for the good of you. However, as we drew more and more public attention, Roman got cold feet. He took off and advised me to do the same. Sooner or later his scam would be uncovered, and, well, here we are. But I couldn't leave the hospital in such a time of need. I will take responsibility for what I've done. I'm so sorry about everything. I never should have. Whoa, a slap! Pull yourself together. Look at yourself. I am furious. I never have thought you were capable of such a thing. If you really care about us and St. Ursula's, then get a move on and help the staff. Now! We don't have time for all this whining. But I... Dr. Krajewski, what's going on here? Finley, what are you doing here? I thought you were on the 5th floor. No matter, the power's gone out. Maybe we overloaded the grid. The hospital's running on emergency power. I'll speak to Gregor. We'll get this under control as quickly as possible. And I'll make sure all of the wards can continue working. Finley, please go to our ward. Check on Mia and the others. What about Carl? Carl is extremely experienced. He'll be fine without you for a few minutes. I'll be there in a minute. Got it. Oh my god. Get up the stairs! It should not be this hard to get up the stairs. Mia, the power's out. Yes, I can see that. Or rather, I can't see a great deal of anything right now. You alright here? Do you need a hand? We'll muddle through. Sandra's got the ward under control. Where's Dr. Krakowski? She's checking all the wards have everything they need. Dr. Theobald's taking care of the power failure. Dr. Theobald, did I hear that right? Yes, he's back. I just ran into him while he was explaining himself to Dr. Krakowski. He was... What's wrong? Can you smell that, Mia? What do you mean? It smells like smoke. It smells like there's a fire. The 5th floor! It's on fire! What? We just got the ward up and running. Everything was going great. And then there was this huge bang. Sparks flying everywhere. And all that junk up there caught fire. We had to get out of here quickly. Where's Carl? He's still upstairs. I'm trying to get everyone out of there. Mia, I'm going upstairs. I have to check on Carl. Should I come with you? You stay here. Make sure the ward's evacuated properly. Okay, I can do this. Renee, could you please help me? Sure thing. See you in a minute. Carl, are you there? Over here, quick, we need help. The bed's stuck. Help me move it. Ow. That almost ended very badly. Thanks, Finley. What are we gonna do now? We need to put out the fire! First, we've got to get everyone out of here. There's a plan for these things. We evacuate everyone to the school gym. Then we stay there until the fire's been put out. We contact the hospitals in the other area and get people out to them as soon as possible. Until then, we keep going. So get everyone out? Get everyone out! We can use the elevators, so we can't use the elevators, so we'll need to carry people upstairs. Benjamin and I can command the stairs. You go to the bottom of the stairs and start taking the beds as we pass them down. Jimmy and Archie will be waiting at the front entrance. Take the beds to the front of the building. What about the other wards? They'll all be doing the same thing. Do you think Dr. Krakowski and Mia will be okay? Yes, we'll help them in a minute. Thank goodness we hadn't filled the ward up to capacity yet. Okay, come on. There's no time to waste. Mia? Mia, you alright? Yes, I'm good. It smells really bad though. The first floor's on fire and we need to get people out of here fast. Sandra and I are evacuating the ward now. We'll bring everyone downstairs. I'll push them through the main entrance. Good. Take care. Please, Finley. You too. See you soon. Imagine if I stopped to talk to everyone though. Can I slap you? Can't believe it. How could this happen? I couldn't slap him. I was not allowed to. Oh, heck. Why aren't you guys pushing anybody? Is there anybody further back? Nope. are you guys pushing the bits? Why is it just me? This is bullshit. Can I not get out? Finley, you're still here. You need to leave. Take the next transport to the gym. The rest of the staff are already on their way. I'm sure your services will be needed there. Don't you think I should do another check of the hospital? We might have missed some people. I've been to a lot of wards. I'll do one last round of the ground floor and then I'll be right behind you. I'll come with you. You've done well, better than I could have done. I'll be alright. I'll just hold my stethoscope tight. Go on now, Finley. And thank you. He said, I will go down with the ship. Alright. We have an ad break. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Alrighty, we are back. And we're in an ambulance on our way to the school gym. Oh. Okay. That was just a transitional scene, I guess. Come on, get in here. The others need you. Ah, Finley, there you are. We need all the help we can get right now. Come on, take care of the sick as best you can. I'll assign teams, then I'll help out as well. What are you waiting for? Show me what you can do. Press A to continue. Oh, heck. Ah. Oh my god. That is too much things. I'm doing everything. It was saying that I wasn't doing all the things, but I was doing all the things, and that's bullshit. Ah. I hate all of these minigames. They're terrible. Ow. Literally. I was pressing the Ys. I don't know why it wasn't working. The fact that you can only lose leveling there... Finley! Leave it! Dr. Krakowski, glad you're here. This patient is very sick. I should be on your help now. But, can't you see? The woman's already dying. But you can help me. I need your help up front urgently. Please come with me. Can I? Because, like, these minigames suck. Or is that the end of the minigames now? Have I done all the minigames and I just played the worst possible version of them, like the most impossible version of them? Come on. Well, I guess we're not going to work on Monday. Dedicated to the people who work in healthcare. Okay, so that was the game. That was the end of the game. So, it's clear that people did put in effort in this game. There was effort here. The ultimate... Oh my gosh. It's a fine line between good times and memories. Did not. One breath away from eternity. Okay, we're getting credit pictures now. I felt like I was playing a game that wanted to be a Nancy Drew game.
with friends you thought could never end. But now it's barely remembered. I hope that you still remember me, like a melody that is still stuck in your head. Stuck in your head, you're still stuck in my head. You're still stuck in my head. Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. It's a fine line between good times and memories, just one breath away from eternity. Oh, summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. Oh, summer's gone by. Oh, summer's gone by. No, it's barely remembered. I hope that you still remember me, like a melody that's still stuck in your head.
That annoys me.
You're still stuck in my head. You're still stuck in my head.
There's a lot. Okay. I can appreciate that there are a lot of people and a lot of emotions that clearly went into the game. Right, okay, so he did die. The chief of medicine died. Listen. Okay. Let me see if I can summarize my thoughts appropriately. It's clear that people who worked on this game cared about this game and were passionate about it. The biggest downfall, honestly, was its writing, but there were other aspects that also didn't work very well. And probably the reason that I feel so upset about it is because it clearly had potential. Like, a story about the healthcare system has potential. Specifically around, like, the complexities and the physical fatigue, the overworking, the mental fatigue, the emotional fatigue that goes on in the healthcare facilities that we have in the healthcare system of the people that are involved in it, because they literally have to watch people suffer and die constantly. There's also a story to be told about the exploitative nature of the healthcare system being treated like it's a business instead of an inherent human right. But this game didn't do that. This game kind of refused to do that correctly or in any decent way, and none of the characters I felt connected to. All of the characters were very two-dimensional at best. At best, were two-dimensional. Most of the time were just straw men. Unless they were characters that only said like 2-3 words in total. Like, nobody had a good character. Nobody had a fully fleshed out character. No character was one that felt like it had any sort of depth beyond interactions with the main character Finley, who also didn't feel like he had any depth at all. He didn't feel like a person. He didn't feel like a character. I didn't feel any connection to any of these characters. And the minigames were also terribly designed. I did not play them on easy mode, I played them on regular mode. Those are the only two modes you have. And it had no indication of what sort of things were easier in the easy mode either. So I have no idea how much difference that would have made. But like, even as somebody that doesn't have any real dexterity issues with my hands, like I was struggling to do the controller commands a lot of the time, and like whoever designed that game for the controller inputs didn't do a very good job, and I'm not sure what it was supposed to be like on the keyboard, but usually I find the controller much easier to use than keyboard and mouse anyway. For like these sort of input things. There's also just like, there was no... So, this game took a huge amount of inspiration from Night in the Woods, but didn't give it any of its own taste or flavor or personality. It tried, it was clearly an attempt to do that, but it didn't. It failed so dramatically. Like, it was trying to do so many of the aspects that Night in the Woods did, where it was like like personal stories, mental health stories, a conspiracy, like, you know, within the small town, a festival that all the town, you know, got in on. The sort of like a level of like mysticism and magical realism that, like, you know, you never got a full sort of answer to. But it felt like it did such like little effort in actually putting in its own. It didn't have its own voice. It felt like it didn't have anything. It just sort of felt like it was doing a quick copy paste, and it's clearly not just that. It's clearly something that people wanted to work on and tried hard with, but it just doesn't feel like it, and that's so infuriating to me. That it feels like people didn't try, because you can see that they did, but it just doesn't feel like the story is just so lacking in it, and the characters are just so lacking that it just feels like no effort was put into it, and it's just so disappointing. It's just so disappointing. I'm so disappointed in this game. I wanted to like this game so badly. And I'm genuinely just so disappointed in this game. And I can't recommend it. I would not recommend that anybody buy this game or play this game. I don't think it's worth it. Even if you get it for free, I don't think it's worth the time investment to play it. There are other games about the healthcare system and about health and about mental health that are better. Just play Night in the Woods. Really. Unfortunately, this is a game that failed at what it was trying to do. And I'm sorry, that's the only thing that I can really say about it. It failed at what it was trying to do. And I hope that the developers take what they learned here and make better games in the future. But this game is not worth it. This game is not worth playing. And that seems harsh, but I truly believe that it's not worth playing. So yeah, that's my piece on it. I'm not sure what we're gonna do now, though. But I appreciate all you chill cats, killer kittens, and variations thereupon for hanging out while we played Fall of Porcupine.